Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and I am back with day 19. But before we start that, I have a couple little housekeeping things to do. So if you've watched day 14, you've seen the photos of me making the Bailey's Irish Cream chocolate chip cookies, and a couple of you have requested the recipe. So I'm going to include that in 2 photographs, so the back and front of my recipe card at the end of the video. That way you will be able to just pause the video at that point and copy down the recipe. I figured that was kind of the easiest way to do that. So, and if I think of it, I'll put a little note in day 14 that's where that will be contained. That'll be in day 18. So that's that. And then back to day number 15. Remember this spread from that Sunday where I was having problems? And I don't always rework layouts, but I really had a problem with this one. I wasn't loving it. So what I did is I pulled apart the top 2 cards here and I put this polka dotted paper behind, added this Believe acrylic in here with the washi tape, a little brad here, and kind of reworked this just a tiny bit up here. I mean, it still says Joy, but I think it works a little bit better now with the red. Now, the one thing that I did that I wouldn't normally do is I did put 2 polka dot patterns next to each other. And I'm not in love with that, but I like this spread of the working all together here. And there's polka dots here, so that kind of, you know, works. And they are a little bit different. These are kind of all different shapes. These are definitely pretty ordered and have some glitter and stuff. So that is what happened to day 15. Like I said, oftentimes if I'm not loving a layout, I'll just leave it, or a spread, I'll just leave it. And in the scheme of the overall book, it kind of blends in and I liked it. But these 2 cards were just really bothering me. And that did go back to this here. So these 2 words kind of connect the spread. And anyway, lots of dots. I forgot there's dots back here too. So that's what happened. So now I am ready to do day number 19, which was today. I had originally told you guys that I thought it might be late because I had some kind of big plans. So this is going to go on the back of day number 18, so I don't have to worry about any colors. Those big plans for now are kind of on hold. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I was going to go join my stepkids and grandkids for a long weekend away together at a place kind of up north from where I live. However, what happened, they were gone all week, and then I was joining them towards the end. Today I was going to join them, which is why this would have been late, because I wasn't going to get home until Saturday. Except what has happened is all of the kids are super sick, and my stepson is also sick as well, to the point that my granddaughter ended up at urgent care last night. And they're away from home, those poor things. Anyway, they've all had fevers for a couple of days, and it's just been a mess. And I decided not to join them, although I do feel bad for my daughter-in-law, because right now she's the only one who's not sick. But I can't afford to be sick and try to be working with what I do as a massage therapist. That's just bad news. So I'm not sure. I might join them a little bit later this weekend if things get a little bit better. If they don't, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to, and we're going to catch up on Sunday on their way home, because I have all the kids' Christmas presents. That was part of, this is how we were going to celebrate Christmas together. So we did it last year, and this is before my 4th grandchild was born, and all 3 of the kids were sick, plus my stepson that time too. So anyway, but not as sick. It was much more minor than it is this time. So what happened is I just did a bunch of errands and catch-up stuff today, so nothing too exciting, but I do have this picture of me on the treadmill this morning, and this is significant to this time of year, because if it's really cold or really windy or icy, I have a treadmill that I run on, and it's not my favorite thing in the whole world, but I do run. I much prefer to run outside, but I will run on it. So I have that, and then I have this sleigh ride card from my Redefine Creative Secret Not Secret Club advent calendar. And I think I'm going to use this because, I don't know, I just thought it was ironic, the sleigh ride. I was running kind of a ride thing. And I did find this piece of paper that I really liked because it's an outdoor kind of thing to back this with. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then we'll add this in. And then I have This is my Cozy and Bright 6x6 pad from last season, and they had some green paper in here. Thought there was a green polka dot. There it is. There, here we go. There's a sheet. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is just do this on a solid green polka dot and decorate around it. I also have some snowflakes from the club. I could do kind of this along kind of the card here. That might be kind of a fun little thing to do, kind of make it work that way. Or I could use this one as well and work that in sarcastically with like good times, because it is not good times. So anyway, and then I'm not sure if you'll remember this or if you've watched this video, but I do have this see-through piece here. So I need to grab one of these, and I think I have black and green here, and I think I'm going to grab the green. I also have red. Oh, the red's a different shape though now that I look at it. So we definitely want to go with this one. And the circles on the back are going to appear kind of white or silverish. So I think that'll be good. I'm thinking about it. That's where my journaling is going to have to go. So I don't want to do too much. And then I could add in the star sort of on the background here. You'll be able to see it a little bit, but not a ton. I kind of like the idea of that pop of red there. And yeah, you kind of see it on the back there, but it doesn't bother me totally. So I might do that and just leave a little bit of room for journaling. As I said, this is the tree paper I'm going to use, so I'll just, that's a nice red too there. Just going to cut this out here like this. My lazy girl's way of cutting the cards, or cutting the backing. And it works for me, right? Okay, so I really like how this looks. I also like very much that I have this little piece sticking out the top. I think that's just a nice little addition. I probably won't do much to this card. I might add the 19 here. We'll see as I decorate what happens. I might do it there. I might do it in another spot. We'll see. Let's bring the 19 in. I grabbed these trees. I grabbed other, cards, other stickers. There is a sticker here that says winter has arrived, which would be perfect for that. So I want to keep that in mind as I do this. Then we need to grab this card so I can back it. Basically, we'll just be cutting off some of that. I'll just get an edge here. Make sure that edge is working. This is that Silent Night layout where I documented my use of my Cricut to decorate my crush. So that's one of those stories that it doesn't necessarily have a day, it just is within the season. I do like this little star here. It's not the worst thing with it falling down there. Or we could do it like that where it sticks out a little, around another star. You kind of see that as part of the other design. We will see what I think. Okay, there's that. Here's the photo. And now to decide what we're going to do here. Do we want to bring some of these snowflakes across? And then I feel like if I do that, I want something like, I don't know, here, decorating that. I could do It's the Most Wonderful Time of Year. That as well would be very sarcastic. I'm feeling like these snowflakes across here are a little bit too much. I think if I had a photo here that could sit here, that would work better for me, just to my eye. But if you like that, you know, that's cool. Go ahead and do that if that's what works for your eye. So I'm back to this snowflake. And the snowflake here is not that it's snowed or anything like that. It's just more of a indicating it's a frosty time of year here where I live in the upper Midwest. And then I do like I said, I do like this winter has arrived. So I think I'm going to get that down here. And I know I haven't glued this on yet, but I will in just a second. I think that will work. Now I could do like washi underneath the photograph. You know, that's an option to get a little more decorative on this page. If that's, you know, if you feel like yours would need that, that would be a really good place to put it. And then my photograph is just a little bit long there, so I'm going to cut that off. Again, we have the winter's arrived, and I'm again sort of touching layers here, so making sure the snowflake and the most wonderful time of year touch that. I almost feel like I need another something here, but I don't know what that is. And I also don't know that more words are what it is that I feel like I'm missing here. Like, oh, I could do the tree. That kind of brings that back up there. Here it looks like it's wearing a hat though. And then we could do a tree on here. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Instead of doing the star, which I do like because it's a pop of red, but I could also do that with, I've got red enamel dots here. I think I'll do that. And then I'm going to do, this is a felt snowflake, so I'm going to pop that down and I'll just use that to adhere it. And then we'll put this guy on as well. I'm going through ATG like crazy. I'm through another roll, which that's awesome. Means I'm scrapbooking. Okay. And again, I think I'll put one of these down here. I'm gonna grab my tweezers so I can kind of see where I'm placing things here. And I do feel like I need to have 3 of these now, so I'll figure out how to get one up here. I actually think that works just fine. Okay, oh, and we need the 19 yet, don't we? Today it's just a circle. It goes back to a, goes back to that star that I liked the last time so much. So does that work if we do it here? Kind of a little, yeah. I think that works well. What I might do is just pop a little piece of foam tape underneath the circle here, just to give it a little bit more support. There we go. Yeah, I like that a little better. Okay, you guys, I think that's it for today. I really like the way this turned out. I think it's really, again, it's a little simple, but you could add a few other things in here. You could certainly embellish this card more or this card more, but I like the way it is, and I like the way I got to get into pieces from my advent calendar here as well too today. So I will be back tomorrow with day 20, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's something exciting or just something kind of normal life based on what's going on. That plans change, and that's what happens during the season, right? Plans change. All right, guys, hope you guys are all well. Don't forget to look for the recipe at the end of this video. Bye, everybody.